crap. Let me start again. Okay.
We're still rolling.
Yeah, I know. Hey everybody, it's Pamela and welcome back to the channel. I have a treat for you today. I am going to review Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen app. So let's get started. So what the Daily Dozen app is an app for your iPhone or your Android, and it's put out by Dr. Michael Greger. I've mentioned him before on my show. He is a nutritional expert. He's an MD, but he has dedicated his entire career to studying nutrition, and he studies it in depth. He puts out articles and videos every single day on his website and on his YouTube channel. He also does a yearly review of all of the research that he's gone through and gives about an hour to 2 hour presentation on all of the latest research that points to the best, most optimal way to eat. And he's a big advocate of plant-based eating, not because he has an agenda, but because that is where the science points to. And he's all about the scientific method, using well-constructed studies. He doesn't go for woo, he doesn't go for so-called doctors who have something to sell you. He really makes sure that all of his research is done according to a very rigorous method. So that's why I like him, that's why I follow him, and that's why I have downloaded this app and I use it on a daily basis, and I wanted to review it for you and just let you know what I think about it. So how the app works is, you can kind of see it from here, but I'll get closer in with the camera. How the app works is that you go into each category. So he has a category for beans, berries, other fruit, cruciferous vegetables, greens, etc., etc. There are 11 categories of foods, and then there's a category for exercise. So you just, let's take fruit, berries. I eat berries every day, so this is an easy one for me to fulfill. You just click on the berry category and it takes you into a description of what constitutes a serving, and then he also gives you some of his recommendations or his favorites as far as foods in that category. So very easy. Then you just check that plus or check the minus for however many you've eaten that day, and you go back and the little circle the little circle is filled in, and then you know that you have fulfilled that category for the day. Very easy, very simple. What I like about this app is its ease of use. It is very easy to use. As I showed you just a second ago, there are just a couple of steps to check off what you've eaten per day and keep track of it. I also like that when you do go into a category, I picked berries again, I like berries. I do like that you can see what constitutes a serving, because I think that it's very common for a lot of us to assume that a serving is actually bigger than it is. And that's not a bad thing if you're eating more than you need to of really good foods, but the danger is that you may be eating larger servings than you need to of foods that maybe aren't optimal for your health, and you're eating more of those than you even think you are. So I like that it tells you exactly what a serving size is for each category. I like that he gives you some options of what he likes to see in those categories. Some of his favorite, for instance, some of his favorite berries are acai berries, blueberries, blackberries, barberries. I've never heard of barberries before. Cherries, sweet or tart, etc., etc. So he gives you a lot of suggestions, and again, makes it very easy for you. Another thing I like about this is that it's very easy to see your daily progress on the home screen. As soon as you check off how many servings of an item you've had per day, it saves it, and then you go back to the home screen and you can see right on the home screen what you've done for the day. It also gives you on the top bar your daily progress. So I actually haven't eaten much today yet. It's still early in the day, so my daily progress is only less than 9%, but it does give you your percentage of how far along you are in meeting your goals every day to eat all these foods and get your exercise. The last thing I really like about this app, well, there's other things I like, but the big thing that I really like about this app is if you go into the settings, you can click on any of these links to see his latest videos. So the latest video category is on top. You click on that. It takes you directly to his website where he has posted the latest videos. And like I said, he posts them every day. So it's easy to get over there and see what he's talking about today. You can also subscribe. So if you want to subscribe to his channel or subscribe to his newsletter, you can do that straight from the app. And you can, donate if you want to donate to him. You can see his book. You can click on book and see the books that he's written by his books. So it makes everything really easy. It's integrated very well with his website and with the other content that he puts out. So I love the seamless integration. I love the kind of universal nature. This is not just a standalone app. It actually integrates with his other work on other platforms like his website and YouTube. And yeah. So to recap what I like about this app, it's easy to use. You can go into each category, very easily set your servings per day and get a description of what each serving constitutes. You can see suggestions for the serving. You can see your daily progress very easily on the home screen, and you can go into settings and do more. You can go to see his videos, subscribe, etc. And it wipes clean at midnight, so daily tracking, very important. So in addition to the things I like about the app, I do use it every day and enjoy using it for those reasons. There are certain things that I think could be better about this app. They're not necessarily bad things. I mean, these are not features that don't work well or anything like that. They're just features that I think should maybe be in the next version. And Dr. Gregor, if you're listening, this is what I do for a living, so I would love it if you maybe considered some of these for the next version of the app, which I hope you do. So the first thing is that since I have been using this app for several months now, I really don't need to go into each category and see what constitutes a serving of beans. I already know that. I already know from looking at it many times what the suggestions are for beans. So I really don't have to see this screen every time I want to set the number of servings that I've had per day. So I would love it if this screen was actually optional and you just could set your servings right on the home screen. So just click on one of these little circles to tick off your servings per day, and then maybe add a more link or just something else, maybe another icon to indicate that if you click on the icon, then you can see that screen with more information in it. I think that's better usability. I think it makes things simpler for folks who have been using the app a long time, like I have. So just a little feature that I think would add value to the app and make it even simpler to use for more experienced folks. So the next thing that is hard for me to wrap my head around about the app, it's actually not a feature so much as a question about how the app was conceived. So for me, I find it a lot of food to eat every day. And it just seems to me, now I've never read this anywhere, nobody said anything about this, so this is just my conjecture. It seems to me like this app was built with maybe an adult male in mind who weighs more than I do. I'm just guessing, I have nothing to back that up, but I just find that if I were to eat all of the servings per day of all of these food groups that he recommends, that I would constantly be full, and I don't really like to feel that way. And maybe it's just a matter of my needing to do more exercise. That could be it, because I've been less consistent about my exercise lately. This app is helping me actually track that, because there is a category for exercise in here. But I just kind of feel like it would be great if this app had a way to personalize it to the type of person that you are. If I could configure this app to say, like, I'm an adult female and I weigh, I'm not gonna tell you how much I weigh, but I can put it in the app, and maybe even my age and my height, things like that, it would be great, because then the app could tell me how much I need to be eating for somebody like me, rather than just an overall generalized amounts for everybody. So again, I don't know if it's built with an adult male in mind. It just seems like it is, because it's an awful lot of food for me to eat. And I'm really trying, and I like to eat, but I'm Italian, we like to eat, but it's just a lot. So that's the other thing that I would say maybe in the next version would be really helpful, is to configure it towards who I am. So the third thing I would love to see in this app in the next version, I mentioned earlier that at midnight every day, this app wipes clean and leaves you with a clean slate for the next day. Perfect, love it, that works great. I would love it though if this app actually saved my day's results, so that I could go to maybe another screen and see my progress over a week and over a month and even over a year. It doesn't do that right now, and it's not like I miss that feature, but I think it would just be very useful for me and for anybody who is really trying to improve their nutrition, especially if they're eating a plant-based diet or starting a plant-based diet, to really be able to track their progress over time and not just for a day and then forget about it. So just to recap, what I think could be better about the app is it's a lot of food to eat and I don't really want to have to go into this extra category screen if I don't want to. And I would love to be able to save my results on a daily basis so that I can see my progress over time. I definitely recommend this app for you to download and use on a daily basis to help you eat better. In spite of the things that I think could be improved about the app and things that I said that I wish were in the app, I still think it's very useful for you, and I have not really seen another app like this that concentrates on plant-based eating and healthy eating and includes exercise. So my recommendation is to definitely go get the app. I will put a link in the description below for where you can get it on Android and on iPhone. And I also think it's worthwhile to check Dr. Greger's work out if you haven't done that already. He works very tirelessly and he has a whole team of mostly volunteers who help him do all of this research on a daily basis, on a yearly basis, and he puts out content constantly for free. And he really is helping people live better. So I would love it if you'd go support him. I'm not in any way affiliated with him formally, I just support his work. If you go and subscribe to his newsletter, subscribe to his YouTube, donate if you can, buy his books, I think that's a really good idea, and you will also be entering into a more healthy way to eat. So that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have found this app review useful. If you'd like me to do more app reviews like this or similar, just put a comment in the comments below. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, other suggestions, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.